Warm greetings from the High 10. It is Everyday Shenanigans, and thanks for joining me. Um, as most of you know, with the case stemming out of Jacksonville, Florida, Brianna Williams, um, the mother of Taylor Rose Williams, just got upgraded charges in court yesterday. And in one of the articles, it states that she's still actively in the military. And I do have a problem with that. I guess everything is about protocol. Um, She gets to remain in the military as an active member because this is a civil trial. She was charged with a crime as a civilian and not the military. So she gets to keep her status as a active member of the military. And I read that in an article. And I don't know, it's just baffling to me because although she has not been charged with murder, manslaughter of the child, Miss Taylor, but the fact that she was charged with child neglect in the most brutal way, aggravated child abuse, neglect, willful torture, the new upgraded charge. It's just baffling to me that even now with this upgraded charge, she still would be considered a member of the military. And I understand they obviously, those who are in command, supervisor, will wait to see how the trial pans out. If she'll plead guilty or not, which she has pled not guilty to the said charges. She did not change a plea in court, yesterday. So obviously they are going to wait, the military, for the trial to commence and wait to see what happens in court. Hopefully, the state is gathering all the said information with all the evidence that they have gathered to bring forth a murder charge because it is obvious that she, as they state, willfully tortured her child by leaving her unattended in a room, in a closet, to only drink out of a soup can, to soil herself and leave her there to die. And to me, that is criminal intent. To me, that is first degree murder because your intent is for that person to succumb to death. Why would you do it? You know the outcome would be that you're not giving them water, air. They're not walking around. They're not moving around. They're not being um, lively, mobile. What good can come from leaving a person locked in a closet and eating out of a soup can? Come on now. So I'm praying that the state of Florida will bring forth murder charges against Brianna Williams. I'm praying for justice with this child. I have yet to hear of any memorial services. If a body was released, remains were released to anyone in the family, and then that is also an issue. Who would they give the remains to? Who would take the remains? Who would pay for the services? Considering Brianna didn't stay in contact with anyone, she didn't let the child visit anyone. No one came to see her or the child, obviously. Who would even be receiving the child's remains? This story is so sickening to me and disgusting because just the thought when I was reading the articles yesterday about the child being in the closet and the things that were found in the apartment, the soiled garments and underclothes and the soiled carpeting, the stench that the authorities found when they arrived at that said apartment. All I could think of is how long was she torturing that child? How long was that child in that house, that closet, living like that? How long has she been torturing her child in that manner? Now, Miss Shawnee V, you were wondering about the torturing situation. As I told you, torturing could be um, dissected in many ways. It doesn't actually have to be someone being beat or cut on. It could be just left to their own devices to survive. And naturally, if you are locked in a closet with just a can of soup to drink out of all day and you're soiling yourself, well, that's torture in itself. There are all types of ways to torture a human being. And we now know this from hearing this said information that was revealed in the evidence log against Brianna Williams. I'm just so tired of these stories. I'm tired of hearing about dead children. I'm tired of hearing about them going missing. I'm tired of hearing of allegations of abuse, physical abuse, child molestation. I'm tired of hearing about their rank ass family members. I'm tired of hearing about the people who raised them that didn't want to do right by them. As I state, we're all human. We all fall short of the glory. Being a parent is not easy. Some people are not taught well to be parents. And then, too, to become a parent, you have to learn that on your own because you will be on your own with your child, especially if you don't have any help. Things you will have to learn to do for yourself. And it is not an easy feat. And many people cannot do it. Many people have had help. Many people have had people raise their children because of work, school, or mental disabilities, or they just didn't want to do it. Drug issues, whatever. But the point is, it is a real job. It is a serious job. It is a job that gets no pay. It is your responsibility. And people look at it as that. It's your responsibility because you brought the child here. But nonetheless, it is a serious job, raising children, rearing children, whether they be your own biological children or others that you take in under your wing, look after, see about. But as I state, this is a terrible situation that could have been avoided had Brianna Williams made the necessary steps to, one, not get pregnant. And let's stop now even saying place them with somebody, because we do say that, and I say that too. Yeah, why don't they place them with somebody? Well, they're too selfish. They weren't going to do that. They're not going to let people know they gave their child up. They'd rather torture them to death, bury them, suffocate them, whatever, store them somewhere. They're never going to let people know they couldn't handle the job, or they despised their child, or whatever the situation is, and they murdered their child. How about just saying to yourself, I am not ready to be a parent, so I'm going to take the necessary steps by either abstaining from sex and or taking birth control or using a condom, or use both, because we know a condom can break during sexual intercourse. Just use contraceptives, young ladies, and you won't have this problem of worrying about if you'll be a good mother, having a child too early, not having help, resources to rear your child. We have too many young women having babies, one baby that they can't rear, don't want to rear, then they have another one, and they can't even take care of the first one. And I'm tired of the stories because I can't really have empathy for you. I empathize with anyone raising kids because it's a job, as I state. Feeding, clothing, rearing, trying to teach them the right things, making an attempt to do the right things, teaching them the right things. But some people don't. Some people, as they say, don't know how. But it's still your choice that you took on to have a child, make a baby with a woman. But know that if you had a hard time with child number one, you surely don't have child number 2, 3, and on and on. I don't know what happened in Brianna Williams' life, but as I state, all this could have been avoided had she used protection. She knew she was in the military. She obviously liked working in the military. She wanted to stay in the military. She didn't seek help in getting anyone to help her rear her child, so she should have thought about all of that before getting pregnant by that male. Leave it at that. He's missing in action. No comment, no nothing. Once again, another story about a dead baby and a missing in action father. And everybody trying to figure out why. And a lot of you have a bad habit of taking up for people you don't know a damn thing about. I don't speak on people I don't know about. That's just how I roll. Anybody that watch my channel will know how Big Ange rolls. I don't speak on nobody I don't know anything about. I don't care if they're black, white, in the military, CEO of a corporation, your ass missing in action. I ain't got nothing for you. And I don't care. Because I feel like this. You are a man first, a woman first, before you are a veteran, active military member, school teacher, doctor, lawyer, engineer. You get my drift. You're human first, and you ought to show some compassion for your fellow man and woman and your own damn kid. Because in the end, you will be judged according to what you did do and what you didn't do. And these people out here aren't walking in your shoes, and they're not the ones who are going to have to live your life after something jumps off with your dead baby. So you all think about that. Those who want to ride or die for strangers you don't know anything about. Because as I stated, I'm tired of these stories. I'm tired of talking about them. And I'm tired of some of you people aiding these strangers and taking up for people you don't even know from Adam. And you wouldn't know them if you saw them on the street. Stop defending people you don't know anything about. You're reading a headline story, and we don't know these people. And we really don't know the dynamics between them, the mothers, the fathers, the family members. We just know what the news is reporting, what the authorities are giving the news. And it's just bits and pieces. Because you know, during an active investigation, you don't get all the info. That's my storyline today. Why is she still in the military with the new upgraded charges? Brianna Williams. I think she should be out. And that's just my personal feelings. And I know that the military has a protocol on everything that they do, but this is my opinion, my channel, and that's the spoken word. Like, share, subscribe, drop your comments below, and thanks for listening. And this is Everyday Shenanigans. Bye-bye.